Good evening and welcome back to another episode of the Fight Guys podcast. It's your friendly neighborhood Mr. Bat 1000, Nico Damas, here with my cousin Willie G, the best mustache in the fucking game, Ben Doucette, and of course my other cousin, the one, the only, Nate Outlaw, Big BC in the fucking building. How's everybody doing tonight? We'll start with you, Will.
Oh yeah, I'm doing good, man. I was telling Ben earlier, I literally am going on no sleep. You know, me and Nico are team no sleep, so I got no sleep last night, rough night, but I was up all night watching movies and shit. So and wrestling and all kinds of other stuff. So we'll get into all that here in a minute. BC, what's up with you, bro? They say I never ask you how you're doing, so I want to ask you before we even go to Ben. Ben, you can wait, bro. BC, how's it going, man?
Oh, I
I'm
like
doing
that.
great. I be sleeping a lot because I get enough sleep for all three of us. You know what I mean?
I wish I did, man. I wish I did. What
Somebody
about you,
got to
Ben?
do it.
Hell yeah.
I can't complain.
First of all, I'm just thankful that Nico took that fucking mask off. He was choking me fucking wearing that damn thing. But dude, what an awesome weekend. Friday we had Bellator with a massive knockout. Saturday we had some awesome fights in the UFC. Last night Tank Davis went out, did his thing. We're ready to go.
Yep.
Yep. Some awesome stuff this weekend, definitely. Yeah, like you said, capped off with NXT last night and Tank Davis. Nico, Jose Aldo, he showed why he's the champ, man.
Let's go. No, don't even.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give him his credit.
No, I don't even want to hear that shit.
And here's the thing: if Nico would actually like check out the group chat once in a while, I
Fuck
literally
that.
said an hour before the fight, I said I really do hope that Jose Aldo wins.
How many?
I know I
fucking
picked him
memes?
to lose.
How many?
He told
memes-
us we
how
were
many-
wrong.
How many fucking memes do I gotta pull up of you sending me of Jose Aldo's sleep?
Big deal. I
How
talk
many?
shit. That's
Nah,
just to get you
man.
mad.
Fuck all that.
Nico,
Fuck
Yo, I ain't
all
gonna
that.
lie. When I seen that text, I
Don't
thought you
even
was
come
trolling.
around.
what you thought I was joking? No,
I thought you
really-
was trolling.
Oh no,
Facts,
no. I
B.
just
Facts,
wanted him
B.
to win because I thought he was gonna lose and I went with a head pick instead of my heart. I really did want him to win. I did, bro. Okay. Hey Nico, you can talk all you want, man.
What Rudy say? What Rudy say in the Fifth Element?
I have no idea. I never watched it. Never seen it once.
Wait, what?
Never
What?
watched it, bro.
That's
Never
bullshit. That's
The
not
Fifth
even a
Element?
true
Hell
statement.
no. It's a
You
true
see
statement.
every single Bruce Willis movie there is.
No, I
That's like
haven't, man.
that's like in
I
the
haven't.
Be White manual. You
No,
got
I
to
haven't
see
seen
every
every
Bruce
movie.
Willis movie. You got to see all the Die Hards. You got to see Fifth Element. You got to
Never
see
saw
The
Fifth
Sixth
Element.
Sense.
I've seen
I mean,
The
I
Sixth
have
Sense.
seen all those movies. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
And
nah, he's
Grindhouse.
not. Definitely seen Pulp Fiction, but nah, I don't know. I'm not that big of a Bruce Willis fan. I mean, he's all
You
right.
don't fuck
Like,
with Bruce Willis?
he's okay. He's made a lot of horrible movies lately. I can tell you that, man. Every time I put one of his movies on now, it's garbage. He made that one movie with Batista. That shit like put me to sleep, man. That was awful. But yeah,
I didn't know he was still making movies.
yeah, garbage ones, man. I think he owes favors or he's broke, one or the other, man.
Lilo Dallas Multipass.
He's got enough ex-wives. He's probably fucking stuck paying divorce alimonies and shit, dude.
Yeah, for real. That's probably true. That is probably true. But what do you guys want? Oh yeah, I guess we'll talk about Bellator first. Man, that was one of the best knockouts of the year so far. That shit was nasty.
That's the only thing I've seen from that show.
Yeah, I got you. Ben, you want to walk us through that little fight, man, where Pettis was getting
So
mollywopped?
first they announced Bellator's coming out with a 8-man, 135-pound tournament. The winner's the champion and gets $1 million. They announced some good names. I mean, the tournament is deep, but the weird thing about the tournament is most of those guys have already fought at least one other dude in that tournament.
Mhm.
My early pick for the win is Ralphion Stotts. He's got some nasty NCAA level wrestling, and he's got heavy hands. But the main event, man, Sergio Pettis looked like he was going to cruise his way to a decision loss until he threw a kick. He threw a kick. Horiguchi ducked the kick, and on the turnaround, he caught him, I mean, with one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest, spinning back fist I've ever seen. I mean, Horiguchi was separated completely from his consciousness before he even hit the ground.
Bro, when he woke up and like you could tell he wasn't sure what happened, and then he was like, "Oh, I got to be happy for the guy because I lost." Because like at first he woke up and he just looked like he was in the fifth element. Nico, he didn't know what the fuck was going on around him, man. I think he was like, where'd
both
they go?
Pettis and Horiguchi are in that tournament as well. Patchy Mix, James Gallagher. I'm forgetting somebody. Leandro Higo. There's a lot of good names in that tournament. They'll have a pretty good turnout. It'll be a good time.
That's what's up, man. Look, I mean, and he did knock out Horiguchi, but bro, I would pick Horiguchi again to beat him. I would, even though I picked him and he lost. I mean, he was literally winning pretty much every single exchange of the fight.
Is that right?
Dominating up until that point. Yes, Nico, he didn't lose 1 second of the fight until that.
He was taking him down. He was controlling him. I mean, there was a few moments where Pettis threw some up kicks that kind of connected.
Yeah,
which was kind of dangerous, but Horiguchi adjusted after that.
Yeah. But yeah, Horiguchi, he landed like one nasty leg kick that I was like, fuck, man. Like, the dude was doing everything right and then just ended up getting caught, man. Maybe he got comfortable. But yeah, man, I would still say the Horiguchi would beat him in a rematch. I would personally. I mean, he may not, but, Brandon, did you get to see any of the Bellator?
Just that. I kind of didn't even know the UFC event was going on until I saw y'all. I saw on the pod on the post. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I saw in the group chat, and I was like, "Damn!" And I turned it on to cause some of that, but I didn't even realize Bellator was going on.
Yeah, that's what's up. In the co-main event, man, I was disappointed, bro. Emmanuel Sanchez, like I told you, Ben, that's my guy in Bellator, man. I'm a big fan of his. But, man, he's gotten exposed as, like, if you're a wrestler and you can stay on top of him 2 fights in a row, that's happened to him, And he just he got outpointed. He lost.
Bread and butter, he's a kickboxer?
Bro, he kind of, I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous.
Really.
Yeah. He kind of fights like Diego Sanchez. He's no relation. Emmanuel Sanchez does. He does, man. But, like, we've seen that with Diego, too. If you're a really good wrestler, you could just hold him down.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's just a tough, brawling Mexican dude. That's the best way I could describe him, But
they had another nasty knockout in the fight before that, though.
Did they? I didn't even see anything else. I don't believe.
Jared Scoggins rushed in with his hands down.
Yes.
And ate a super clean right to the clinch of the jaw. I mean, put him out cold. Josh Hill beat him bad. And then they announced, like, immediately after that, during the post-fight, that Josh Hill is the official alternate for the 135-pound tournament. So if anybody drops out, Josh Hill's in his place.
Nice. Good for him.
I messaged you, actually, Ben, before that fight. I said, look who it is. Not Justin Scoggins.
Yeah, and, dude, he literally, like, Nico, you would have been – if you saw this, you would have been disgusted, dude. He, like, did a hop step in with his hands, down. They weren't up at all, and he ate a clean shot to the jaw and just fell like a tree, dude.
Man.
Dunzo, bro. He was out. Like, Horiguchi got knocked out. This dude, I think, got knocked out worse. Really, like, I think that he was in worse shape afterwards.
He was stiff as a board, dude. Just
Yep. And I did see that. Refresh my memory, Ben. What is the guy's name? The white dude with the braids from UFC that came to Bellator.
Fight Carlisle, dude. He had like the most. He had like a Clay Guida type fucking come from behind. Yeah. We'll talk about Clay Guida in a little bit. But yeah, he had like a crazy come from behind submission where this dude was getting pounded. And little the alpha ginger, dude.
Hey, yo, pause.
What are you pausing for?
Because he was getting pounded. Anyway, go ahead.
Man.
He came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, bro. Yeah. He was definitely taking a pounding from behind. But,
hey, yo.
But he came back and he won it, man. He made good for himself. But
for a pretty weak card, Bellator ended up being not too bad.
Yeah, those are actually the 4 fights I saw. So, yeah. What else happened on the card? Anything else? Anything else?
Kai Kamaka, who bounced from Bellator to UFC to Bellator, he got a win.
Okay. And who else?
That's about it.
That's about it. Okay. That's what's up. All right. Well, let's before we jump into UFC, let's talk about this Jake Paul
Yo, wait, wait,
versus
wait, 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 wait. I wanted to ask you, like, before
yes,
before it's all said and done, who gonna have the better career, Anthony or Sergio?
career. I mean probably Anthony only by like highlight reel and notoriety, but I think Sergio will have like on paper the better career.
I would go the opposite way. I would say that Anthony's fought the tougher competition consistently throughout his career. But
Right, but
like
he's lost to a lot of them.
Sergio having the Bellator win, he has a pretty clear shot to win this tournament too.
And hold on, Ben. And he's got a submission win over right submission. Didn't he submit Aljo?
Don't say Aldo.
No,
Listen,
Aljo. Did he beat Aljo?
Aljamain?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. I think it's out. I think so because that's why I was like, oh god, here it comes. Now the now
Is you
that he
sipping
won
on
this,
over there, Brandon?
huh?
It's Corona.
Corona,
Hold on, I'll tell you
Facts.
who's got the corona.
BC.
Mm-mm. No, no way. Do you really?
Yeah, he got that extra Corona.
Extra.
Oh, extra Rona. Okay. He's got to win over one of the champions in the UFC. Let me tell you who it is real quick. Oh, you know who it is. It's not him. It's he's got that win over Brandon Moreno, current
Okay.
champion in the UFC. So that's what I was saying. Like, I think that people are going to start talking and say, oh, well, now he's the best 135 pounder around. But he won that at 125.
Like
So
they were with Corey Anderson.
maybe we're safe. Yeah. But, Nico, that's another thing that I was rewatching. Because one of my favorite cards ever, and I know Nico will talk shit, whatever. UFC, what did I think it's 217, the one where GSP beat Michael Bisping for the title.
Okay.
That card is fucking insane. I actually tagged you guys in a post because it was like, what event in the last 10 years would you want to go back to? And I said for MMA, that's the card that I'd want to go to because it was like GSP versus Bisping, TJ Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt, #1, Rose versus Joanna, and Wonder Boy versus Masvidal, which wasn't that great of a fight.
Mhm.
But holy shit, I totally forgot about that. And that card, OSP put Corey Anderson into a fucking another world, bro.
Oh,
He knocked that man out cold with a head kick, bro. Corey Anderson was like slumped over and like looked like he might have died. And I was like, come on, man, how could you lose to OSP and claim you're the best in the world? That's a kind of a stretch for me, man. Especially as inconsistent as OSP is.
OSP is facts.
Yeah.
Super inconsistent.
But man, like even the early prelims, Nico, Curtis Blades versus Alexei Olenek, that would be in the main on the main card now.
Main card these days,
Yeah.
facts.
But that card is freaking amazing, man. And it was at MSG. I would have loved to have gone to that, man. Johnny Hendricks versus Paulo Costa. That was actually a decent fight.
My pick would be UFC 116, dude.
116.
That was Lesnar versus Carwin. The co-main event was Chris Lieben versus Yoshihiro Akiyama.
Great fight that was.
The fight before that was Chris Lytle versus Matt Brown. Like the whole card slapped real bad.
You lose. You just lost. Because that was 11 years ago. We said 10 years. The last 10 years. That was 2010.
You'll see what 194 was Aldo McGregor, right?
Was that 194 or 198?
196.
196, I think you're right. No, that was Diaz. So it wasn't 194, probably.
194?
Let's see. Yeah, UFC 194. Yep. And you were there, right?
Yeah, I'd do it over again.
Oh, for real?
I would, yeah.
Ben, Nico's got like raw footage of like the Irish people just going fucking nuts.
They shut a fucking casino down over these people.
They were going fucking wild.
You don't shut a casino down in Las Vegas. They stay open 24/7. They shut this place down over these people. It was wild. I would do that over again in a heartbeat, even with Aldo losing that night. That card was stacked. Who else was on that? Who co-main it? It was Wyman
And Rockhold.
and Rockhold, right? Yep,
Yeah.
that was a fantastic fight.
And Jacare versus
Jacare
Romero. That was a
on
good
there.
fight.
Romero, yep. Oh my God, bro.
Max Holloway versus Jeremy Stevens.
Yes,
Man.
yes.
BC, you ever been to a live MMA event?
Nah.
I've only been to a couple, man. Honestly, I've never been to the UFC. I've been to about like 5 or 6 cards, but they were like, more regional events. I've been to some kickboxing and boxing too. But yeah, Nico's been to some pretty good events. Ben, you ever been to a UFC card? You have? Which one?
What was that? Ryan Bader versus Ovin St. Preux.
Okay.
Was the main event. The co-main event, who was it? I think it was Tim Boach versus Brad Tavares. It was pretty cool because Tim Boach is like from Maine, and he had another one of his insane come from behind knockout wins. That place, it was only about 6,000 people that fit inside the venue, but the roof blew off.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
and then I got to see. My favorite fighter at the time was Ross Pearson, and I got to see him knock Gray Maynard unconscious, which was pretty sweet. So.
I'm sure you love that because of your love for Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, and that aside, it was good to see Ross Pearson get a win before his career shit the bed. But
Jesus, that was like almost 8 years, 7.5 years ago, and Sarah McMahon versus Lauren Murphy was on the undercard.
What was that? Spider versus Bronson, Holman, Deuteronomy at Barclays Center.
Oh, you were there?
Yep.
Nice.
That was good. That was at Chael versus Fedor.
Oh God,
Yep.
Man, I really believe that. Well, at that point in their careers, if Chael would have played it a little bit smarter, I think he could have done better. I don't know if he could have beaten Fedor, but I think he could have done a lot better. But I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I think he was just there for the payday. He was like, "Pin me, pay me."
He was dressing up in the American outfit and shit. He was doing a bunch of ridiculous shit before that. One too.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, and then I put, we'll discuss it real quick. But I put WrestleMania 15 as the wrestling event I would have went to. That was The Rock versus Stone Cold in the main event the first time because that's my favorite feud of all time. The Rock's my number one guy of all time, so I would have gone to that. I think it's the best WrestleMania ever, but there's a couple other pretty good ones too. But 15 and 17 are both like amazing events.
12 years ago.
12? What was?
1999, WrestleMania 15.
WrestleMania 15. Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. You're right. More than 12 years. That was like 20 years ago. 22 years ago. 22. See that, Ben? You keep me on my toes, man. All right, so if it's got to be in the last 10 years for wrestling events.
That would be hard.
No, it wouldn't be hard for me, man. I would have went to the Royal Rumble. What was it, when Roman Reigns won and they were like booing the fuck out of him?
Was that 2015?
I was there.
You were there?
No, I wasn't at that one.
Because 2014 Batista won, so 2015 was.
But yeah, I kind of liked Roman getting like booed so fucking bad. Like it was kind of awesome to me. Let's see. Yeah, Roman Reigns won by eliminating Rusev. Exactly. Yep.
That was in Miami, yeah.
That was in Wells Fargo in Philly. Yeah. Yep. But I've been to some wrestling pay-per-views, and in fact, funny thing that happened. They were filming like one match before the pay-per-view. This was about 10 years ago, maybe. But anyway, they were filming one match for TV, but it wasn't for pay-per-view. It was just before the pay-per-view start. And so they call out Jerry Lawler, and he makes his big entrance. Like the arena is pretty much empty at this point. And then they call out Matt Stryker, who I always thought was kind of a clown, to be honest with you. But then they call out Lillian Garcia. And like, bro, nobody was cheering for her at all. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. I felt bad for her. I'm like, Lillian, give me a call. And she goes like this shit. All right, I will. I was like, that was fucking hilarious, man. Because I was right there on the aisle seat. So I was like, maybe like 5 foot away from her. And like all these people looked at me and I just busted out laughing. I'm like, yeah, she called me. Yeah, I was like, that was pretty cool. BC, you been to WWE show before?
Nah.
Nico, what the fuck, man?
What do you
What?
mean?
You
What
need to
you
go.
mean?
You need to go take him to a wrestling show, man. What the fuck, bro?
This man like this sit and smoke and like chill.
You don't
That's what
think he
he
wants
want
to
to
go
do
to
during the
WWE?
show.
Oh,
Man,
Maybe shit.
man, maybe you should
how
should go to
far away
Madison
from the
Square Garden.
Barclays Center are you, Brandon?
Yo, Brandon, you want to go on a date with me?
Nah, but look, isn't
Yeah, for
isn't
sure.
isn't
He just let me pull up from 30. Yeah.
hey,
Pause.
Hey, you trying to go out, bro?
isn't AEW supposed to be on Long Island at some point soon?
I hope so.
Yeah, for
We'll
sure.
probably be at the Barclays before Kyrie Irving.
There you go,
How
man.
far away are you from the Barclays?
I live on Long Island, so I don't know.
Yeah, like 3
Hour
hours.
and a half, maybe.
You said an hour and a half. Nico said 3 hours.
It depends on how you're going.
Yeah, and who's driving maybe.
If you're gonna take the train out, that's
Yeah.
probably 3 hours,
Maybe.
right? If you drive out, you could do it an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I don't know who the fuck would want to drive that, man. It sucks. I've driven it before. It's terrible, man. But yeah, you definitely should go to a wrestling match, man. BC, I don't want you to be like in hospice one day in like 40 years and they're like, what's wrong, man? Like, I never went to a wrestling match, man, and be upset. And I'm going to fuck Nico up for it if it happens, man. I'll beat him up.
Ew.
Nico.
You have John Cena come to my room like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Exactly. I will get you there, bro.
John Cena look exactly the same as he does now.
BC was supposed to be in the backyard wrestling match with me, and we was gonna put somebody through a fucking table, but they were scared. They didn't want no parts of him.
BC was going to light the fire on table and have a blunt in his mouth while he powerbombed the dude, man.
This is probably a
Fact.
fact. This is probably facts, though.
The plan
Probably
out.
light the
Well
fire
planned
with
out
his blunt.
What'd you say, BC?
A well planned out spot. I'll put him through the table, then light the blunt.
There you
Yeah.
Go sit on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yo, when did Rikishi go off the top of the cage? Because that might be the event I went to. I would love to see that shit live.
That Hell in a Cell. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
he went into the back of the truck.
Armageddon.
That was split chips, right?
Was it
Yeah, that was a
99?
while ago.
Yo.
No, I would say it was like 03. That's what I would guess.
Yo, when
Because
they
it was the
started
one-
pushing Rikishi out of nowhere, like he started having some great moments in WWE.
Yeah, no, he did. Actually, I think it might have been 2000, Ben. That was the one where Rikishi and all of them were in the Hell in a Cell, right?
Yeah, Kurt Angle was champion.
Yeah, that was 2000. Where was that, Nico?
I don't know, man.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
I don't have a clue.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a great event, Nico. And plus the Rock's promo.
It was in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, I know that's not the past 10 years, but that's definitely the spot I'm going back to. Like I would pick the event that I went to based off the spot, not so much the matches that are listed on the card.
Well, dude, that card though still had Jericho and Kane, William Regal. It had the Radicals, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's still not a bad card.
Yo, you're not gonna find too many bad cards in that time period, though. If you're choosing from a pay-per-view, just from
especially because they had
standpoint,
they had all the workhorses back then.
Yeah, man.
Yep, you're right, man. You're right. Hey, yeah. So, anyway, what I was starting to say earlier before Nico rudely interrupted me and then took us on a journey.
Sorry,
all
guys.
kinds of other shit is the news that came in today that Tommy Fury pulled out of the fight and Jake Paul is fighting Tyron Woodley for the second time.
Let's
December
go.
18th.
Let's go.
I don't even know how I feel about it. What's that?
You picking Jake Paul?
I am picking Jake Paul again, yes.
Anything for that dude not to fight a regular boxer.
I'm scared for Jake Paul in this fight. I'm gonna rock with him just because I've been his biggest advocate.
Why are you scared for him?
Because I think Woodley comes out more aggressive this time. I think that he knows he could touch Jake and he can deal with Jake's power. And I think that he knows he rattled Jake with the shot that he did land later in the fight. And I think he'll try and land it earlier in the fight and more often. think he was a little patient last time, just because he didn't want to be the one to get caught by the Disney kid. I think this time he goes a little more aggressively, so Jake's gonna have to be super polished.
He's going to have to be polished. He's going to have to be landing check hooks, all that
Yeah.
kind of shit, man. When Woodley tries to swing wild, because Woodley's not a polished boxer by any means.
No.
He throws.
How many
punches,
rounds did they go in the first time?
Was it 10?
So
No.
and
8
he
or
got
10?
No. 6, right?
6? Okay, yeah, probably 6. That sounds right.
either way, he's got between 6 and 10 professional boxing rounds under his belt now, so he's got a little bit. I mean, I know it's not much experience, but still a little bit of experience in a ring with those gloves. So I see exactly what Nico said. He's going to come out a little more aggressive. He's going to have a little more to offer this time around. I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to pick.
They went 8 rounds, Nico.
8. In the middle.
Let's just put something to bed real quick. This dumbass rumor that people still believe that Tyron Woodley signed a contract before the fight saying he wouldn't knock out Jake Paul before the first fight. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. I actually had a little argument with these dumb motherfuckers on Facebook earlier who said, "Oh no, it's true. It was in their contract." I'm like, "No, it wasn't in their contract, or no commission in the world would allow it to be a pro fight." And they're like, "Oh well, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. had a no knockout." I said, "Yeah, that's great. That was also an exhibition. No commission is going to allow these two guys to fight and say, but you can't knock this guy out. What the fuck are you guys talking about?" Look, they believe that, and the only two people have said that publicly. You know who they are, Ben? The two people have said that publicly.
Brandon,
That's
mute your
BC
camera.
opening up. Hey.
Brandon, mute your camera.
Hey.
That shit sound like the sloppiest top ever, bro.
It is totally fucking with me right now.
Dude, you getting that crazy Gawk 3000 right now. That shit, he got the super soaker. That shit going crazy.
I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry. He just kept smiling, and I'm hearing.
Yo, BC is over there mixing a bowl of cream cheese. That shit crazy.
Dude, sounds like he's pulling a fucking boot out of the mud, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So my question was this, Ben. The only two people who have said it publicly that was in the contract that Tyron couldn't knock out Jake Paul. You know who they are? There's only two people that really claimed that.
One of them's got to be fucking crazy ass Dana White.
No. It was okay. First of all, the second one to say it was Colby Covington. The first one to say it was Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach. I can't think of his name right now. Those are the two.
Dylan Dennis.
Dylan Dennis. The two biggest trolls, and people really believe that bullshit. I mean, it's time to put that rumor to bed. That's fucking ridiculous. And would Tyron Woodley really accept another fight against this dude if he didn't think he could knock him out? I mean, come on. What's going on here? Nico,
I think it was a better boxing match, honestly, but this is a terrible look for Tommy Fury because from what the rumors are, he pulled out due to a literal cold.
Yeah, I saw some shit. I've seen several reports about it. But I don't know, man.
Bad look for Tommy Fury. I think it makes him look like he was scared to lose to Jake Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people will say that. Absolutely. BC, what do you think of this fight, man? What do you think of this big, epic rematch?
I just hope it's better than the first fight. Oh, man.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the first one, honestly.
It's not. I'm not the biggest advocate of Jake Paul or his fights. So it is what it is. Just hope it's a good fight.
Yeah. Are you like Nico and you hope that Aaron Carter comes back for a second fight to beat up Jake Paul? Because
I'll fight Aaron Carter if he comes back.
Nico's been saying that on the low. He doesn't say it on the air.
Blasphemy, yo.
He doesn't say it on the air. He texts me that. He's
That's not even true.
My boy
Aaron Carter.
He's like, my boy Aaron Carter, something about some candy and how he's going to beat up Jake Paul next. That's what he said. So, yeah.
Eric.
Nico, what do you think of the second Jake Paul fight, man?
First of all, Aaron Carter lost to Shaq in a game of horse. Um,
And he got knocked out by old dude Odell. What's his name? No, Lamar. Lamar Odom. Yeah.
Who was on crack?
All the crack.
I'm
I was
fucking
literally
reeling, Nico.
I was just about to say that Aaron Carter got beat up by Odell Beckham. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know all my other athletes, but anyway,
Yeah, I don't know where I'm rocking with this. I'm a rock with Jake for sure.
yeah.
I know I'm gonna rock with the
What do you
kid.
think of them just grabbing Tyron like out of the blue and say, "Oh, well, he's in then"? I mean, they couldn't find anybody else in 2 weeks.
Why would they? So it has the storyline. They got the built-in storyline.
You think it'll
They,
sell
they
though?
know it, yeah, they already did numbers together once. They got the whole tattoo thing to run off of. They'll generate enough.
Jake Paul said he'd give him $500,000 if he knocks him out.
I mean, that's pretty steep. I'll take a chance at knocking out Jake Paul for $500,000. I mean, shit. Just let me get one good punch in. Let's see how it goes. I mean, I don't know. Good luck to Tyron then.
Might need to follow up.
Yeah, I might. But yeah, so that's like the biggest fight news of the day today. Was that fight got remade with Tyron. So anyway, let's talk about fight night. Aldo versus Font. Man, on paper this card was like maybe a 5 out of 10, but in performance it performed very well, a lot better than it should have, or the way that it looked. And there were some awesome knockouts. And there were a couple submissions, but the knockouts that night were fucking amazing, man. This whole weekend had good knockouts, starting with Bellator. But yeah, Nico, why don't you tell us a little bit about Fight Night, man? We can start at the on the main card if you want.
Oh, you have the card to
Actually,
pull up. You want to go through in order or what?
yeah, we can. Actually, before we go to the main card, we can first start with your guy that you told me about back in the day. I always give you credit, Nico. Manel Cop, bro. He took that one leg kick and was like, "Fuck it, I'm about to end this fight." I think, Nico, you said that in the group chat. I can't agree with you more, man.
For
That
sure,
one leg
man.
kick, he was like, "I'm fucking done dealing with that. Let's go ahead and finish this fight."
Yep. He looked good though, man. He really did. He handled himself with a lot of composure, and then he went in there and he got the kill. Living up to his nickname, Starboy.
Bro, absolutely. I mean, he had a rough start. What did he lose? 2 in a row when he started in the UFC?
Yeah, but he fought Pantoja and who was the other guy that he fought that was in the top 10?
Let's see. I know I'm not saying that he had easy fights by any means. I'm just saying they didn't give him any is it Nicolau?
Yeah, Matthias Nicolau, yeah.
Yep. So he lost his first 2, but he's won his next 2. And against Nicolau, he lost a split decision, so that's not bad at all. But yeah, he started to look good, man. He started to look like he's going to be an issue for some of these guys at 125. Let's see. There we go. There you go, Nico. We can go ahead and start on the main card. Here it is right here. And yeah, man, if you want to start off talking about Morano versus Mickey Gall, I think everybody in the world is confused by that fight, but go ahead, man.
Did we even make a call on this fight?
No, I don't think we did.
I didn't think that we did. I thought
we all picked Morano.
I think we all did pick Morano, but I don't think we were like, we really discussed it. We're like, yeah, and then we just kept going. But man,
I thought he dominated Gall personally.
He did. He absolutely did.
Pretty much belled the whistle. I mean, Gall had a decent, was it second round? He kind of tried to pick it up, but I thought all in all, Alex dominated that fight.
For sure. Horrible game plan for Mickey Gall, by the way. And I didn't even notice, was Jim Miller in his corner this event?
I wasn't paying attention to the
Yeah.
cornerman. I was just gonna be interested
Yeah.
to see who got the shot off and was able to drag the fight to the ground with both of them
Yeah.
being so well versed in their jujitsu, but it just seemed to be a stand up battle.
Yeah. Man, Mickey Gall thought he was a kickboxer that night and just got out kickboxed pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
yeah.
He had some gall.
Yeah,
He had some gall, but
Why Chris Curtis looked like what's his name? Curtis Blades.
yeah, she does, but with a big fro.
hell yeah. Ben, what did you think about the Morano fight?
First, I feel like it's time to maybe end the Mickey Gall experience. I don't think that he's going to be much more than what he is now. So you might as well. I mean, that would be one of those guys that I wouldn't see. I could see getting cut in the next round of cuts. Morono looked good, but he played it super safe. I expected him to come out and actually finish the fight. But I think he fought not to lose instead of like going for the win. So
Right. Yeah, and his kickboxing didn't look bad, but he was just in there with somebody who was a better kickboxer. So, what can he really do? BC, did you see this fight?
Yep.
What'd you think, man?
Pretty much how the unanimous decision speaks for itself. You all saw what happened.
Yep, absolutely, man. And Mickey Gall, like the last thing I will say about him is that he didn't seem like he had any sense of urgency at any point in the fight. Even the end, like he didn't look like he really cared that he was getting worked. I mean, that was just kind of disappointing. But anyway, the next fight, Chris Curtis versus Brendan Allen. Holy shit, Chris Curtis, man, this dude is like, I told you guys I thought he was gonna win because I really wanted him to win. I wasn't
Didn't we all
positive.
go with him?
What's that?
Didn't we all go with him?
I don't know, Ben. Who did we go with?
Chris Curtis.
I know I went with Chris Curtis because I was like, and Ben was like, man, I'd love to see him win just because of how good his story is.
Yeah.
But holy shit, the guy's got dynamite in his hands, man. I mean, he hits hard. I mean, he's a little sloppy, but shit, he gets it done.
Facts with the sloppiness as well. Will definitely a little sloppy, but the power translates for sure.
This cat, it's like. So Brendan Allen, I don't know if he had a number next to his name. If not, he was like right on the outside edge of that top 15. I feel like Chris Curtis has earned himself a shot at the top 15. Like his next fight should be against somebody with a name, just based off the fact that he mopped up two of your prospects. Within 2 rounds, he beat both of them in the second round. So give this guy a shout. He's 30-something years old. He just mopped up your 2 prospects. Give him a guy in the top 15. Let's see what he's got.
Can we get him versus Chris Weidman next, please?
Man, I don't want to see anybody versus Chris Weidman. Poor Chris Weidman should be just sitting at home.
BC, you know what Chris Curtis reminds me of, bro? He reminds me of like the little fat kid that's on the other basketball team, and you go out there, you're like, what's this dude gonna do? And then the dude is just fucking nasty.
Hits a
You didn't
three.
expect it. Hits threes, is just killing it with the dribble and everything, man. That's what he reminds me of, man, because there was a couple of those.
That's what you get for underestimating fat people, Will.
Man, hey,
Oh, man. Nico, look the way he's starting already.
I am a fat person now, so I can't really underestimate him. But like I said, back in the day, they were like, there a couple times, they're like a little fat dude. Or even
fat athletes.
Fat athletes.
Athletic fat people. We out
Can
there.
we call them fatleets?
Fatleets, yes.
If you want to. That sounds very derogatory, but you can do
that. We need to go ahead and copyright that and all that kind of shit and get some t-shirts made, Ben. Good job, man. But
you gotta have like a man sound with a fat dude.
That's actually pretty good. Well, that could go in the merch.
Yeah, for real. Hey, I'll write it down. Brandon, though, what did you think of Chris Curtis, man?
I think I picked Let's Go Brandon Allen, but I mean, shit, I was wrong.
Yeah,
he went out there and put the hands on him.
For real.
Man, he set up his body shots early, and Brendan Allen just didn't cover that didn't protect his body at all.
Yeah, that's true. Brandon, did you besides street fighting, did you play any sports in school?
Football,
Okay.
basketball. I ran track.
You ran track? Holy cow, man. I ran track for 1 year. It was the worst.
I got MVP.
Did you really? Nice.
Yeah.
What did you
Shot
actually
put, the 100-meter, 4x1, discus. Shot put and discus is one thing, but sometimes I did the long jump if I didn't feel like doing one of those, and I ran the 55 too.
Damn. You should have had Nico out there. Nico could have been good at track, man, for real. He would have been, but
my focus was wrestling and karate only.
yeah, I feel you on that, man. BC, I did a couple street fights too, man. I actually was in the death circuit. I'm undefeated though, man. Luckily, I never lost.
Yo, my man used to have the double-sided tape on his hand and dip it in glass.
In the glass, man. Yeah, it was fights to the death, man. Luckily, I'm undefeated though.
You step into the Kumite, you know what time it is all the time.
For real, man. But nah, I'm messing around about that. But there is actually this dude that I knew. He tried to tell me and his cousin one time that he was in some death fights and that he's undefeated. And we were like, well, motherfucker, if you had died, you wouldn't be here. And yeah, we used to just clown this dude all the time.
People used to look at me crazy because I used to watch Japanese style wrestling death battles.
Hell yeah.
Death matches, ultra violent death matches.
Yep, like the one where Terry Funk is on.
I'm like, bro, you listen to Chief Keef. There's not much difference.
Bro, you ever see that one match? I don't know if it was in ECW or in Japan, whatever the fuck it was, but I think it was Sabu versus Terry Funk, and he got the barbed wire in his bicep, and they pulled it out and taped it. Fucking disgusting, bro. Horrible, man.
That's rough.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. But you know, one of the best things I've ever seen in my life was when was it Sabu that beat up the what was the dude's name? The Dirt Bike Kid. You remember the Dirt Bike Kid? You know who that is? He was in ECW for a little bit. Bro, I think it was Sabu. Oh, no, it was I don't even know. I'll send it to you guys. But holy shit. This dude was like a fucking clown, and somehow he got into ECW, and like he ended up getting fucked up bad. Let's see. I don't even know who it was. Well, I'll send it to you though. If you guys don't know who that is, it was pretty crazy. Pretty bad, just like the mass transit incident. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll send that too. But
rest in peace, New Jack though. Rest in peace.
Exactly.
Mass transit.
Yeah, mass transit. Oh god, that dude got fucked up, man. He actually died a few years ago from something. They said it wasn't. It didn't have anything to do with the New Jack ass whipping, but I think it definitely stemmed from that. But this next fight was fucking crazy. Ben, I'll let you talk about that to start with, man, because I think you're the only one who picked Clay Guida. I know I didn't.
Yes, you did, Will.
Not a chance in the world. I picked Clay Guida. I picked Leonardo.
No, yeah, I picked Leonardo too.
And I said Clay's getting old, and Ben was like, "Yeah, they're both like 40 though."
Yeah, I had said that I thought that Clay was going to win because Santos has fought like 11 times in 10 years or some shit, and
you're not even kidding, man. He made his debut in like 2003.
And he's been hurt a lot, and he just hasn't put in nearly as much work as Clay has. And you know, I knew Guida. I mean, I didn't know Guida had that much of a chin, but I knew he had the chin to withstand the early onslaught. But dude, can we just talk about how anybody off the couch probably has more cardio than Leonardo Santos? I have never seen a cardio dump like that ever.
Bro, that was bad, man.
That was fucking awful.
It was.
And it wasn't even like he threw 60 punches or some shit to finish the fight. He just put everything he had in the 15 punches he threw, and that was it.
Yep, that's true.
Was it down on 5,000?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, essentially.
Yeah. Nico, did you hear where I'm trying to sign up BC to fight that 3,000, yeah. And he said he just needs 6 months to train. He'll be ready to go. BC.
Dada's still alive.
Yeah.
He survived the Kimbo fight.
Yeah, he died twice after that fight. Honestly, like he died and came back to life. But speaking of dying and coming back to life, Rashad Evans announced that he's coming out of retirement today. He's no longer signed to the UFC, but he's going to fight for Khabib's Eagle Championship fighting or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm sure they just have him there as a headliner, just to gain some fans and stuff. But damn, I'm pretty sure he died in that fight versus Glover Teixeira. Is that who flatlined Rashad? I think so because I was at a birthday party watching that shit on.
Why you say it like that?
Because bro, he was done, man, and he got knocked out more after that too. Remember?
Yeah, I don't like the way you say that though. Flatline.
He got flatlined, bro. He was done, man. I think they resuscitated him and Dada. Oh, look. Okay, so yeah, man. When Glover knocked him out in a minute and 48 seconds, I thought that was bad. Then Anthony Smith knocked him out with a knee in 53 seconds. Bro, it was horrible, man. I wish he would just stay retired. I just don't want him to become like a joke like Chuck Liddell and Tito and those kind of guys now.
He's going to have a situation like Roy Jones.
Yeah.
You were so great and all that. You were good box office numbers and all that. Then you stayed around too long or came back too many times. And everybody started knocking your head off.
Yep. You're right,
man. You know, some bum's going to beat him and then be in a Rocky movie.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. So I would just assume just keep him retired. But I don't remember. I know that Ben, I know that you picked Jimmy Crute. I think Nico, did you pick Jamal Hill with me or was I by myself?
Jamal Hill.
Yeah, I like that dude, man. He's good and he's so fucking tall. And like, man, he put a he put a hurting on Jimmy Crute early, huh, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Crute's good, man, but
Jimmy Crute is good.
I think Jamal Hill proved that he belongs.
That check right hook was so nasty, man.
Yep.
And then the follow-up was just straight to the fucking biscuit, man.
That was that the fight where he landed it and then he landed it again? Like he staggered him one time already and then landed the same check hook?
Yeah, same check hook. That's right.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Crute, stupid ass, he looked for the head kick. Then he threw it again, 2 times missed by a mile, spun around too, completely, 360 all the way to, man, from a mile away, and then tried to go with the hands like it wasn't super telegraph. No, buddy, you see that shit coming.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't know, man. Like I said, Jimmy Crute's good, but I think Jamal Hill has a good future. And he's so damn tall, man, that it's going to be hard for people to handle that kind of length and stuff in that division. Because he's 155, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 205. Excuse me, light heavyweight.
205.
Yeah, he's fucking tall, man.
Kind of reminds me of a Zabit.
Maybe like a tall one, yeah.
As far as being lanky and for his weight class.
Yeah. I mean, he's 6'4". Look, that's the same height as John Jones at 205 pounds. And John Jones has the longest reach in UFC history. What was it, Ben? Do you remember?
84 inches.
84. See, like most people aren't even close to him. Jamal Hill's a 79. That's a way above average. I mean, some of these people that John Jones was fighting, he'd have like a 10-inch reach advantage on him and shit because he's just got like freakishly long arms. So I don't know. Definitely somebody to keep a lookout for. And I think that he will continue to impress us for a while. At least we have a good young stud in that division because I don't know, man. That division is just getting kind of
bounce back after dislocating his arm like that too. Is just like
It was the great Sasuke that beat the dog shit out of Dirt Bike Kid.
Yes, you're right. It was beat the fucking piss out of him, man. It was nasty. You've seen it?
No, I was just reading the article because I thought I had heard of who it was, but supposedly he went to Japan and he was in a tournament that was specifically the loser gets demasked.
Mm-hmm.
And when Dirt Bike Kid got in the ring, he ripped his mask off, proceeded to no sell what offense Sasuke hit him with, so Sasuke beat the dog shit out of him legitimate.
Bro, you got to see the match, man. It is it's bad, man. Like, you feel bad for the kid. I don't know. Yeah, you feel bad for the kid, kind of.
Sounds like he deserved it to me.
Damn.
Yeah. Kind of an asshole thing to do, but you'd feel bad for him. As far as Jimmy Crute and Jamal Hill, Crute was ranked 13. Hill was ranked 14 going into it. You think they'll bump up Hill a couple spots, maybe up to 12 behind Paul Craig, because that was who he lost to.
Yeah, he won't go ahead. He won't go ahead of Paul Craig, but I see him at 12.
At 12, jump Ryan Spann. So he'll go up 2 spots probably. That's what I'm figuring.
Man, that would be a fight.
Who's that? Spann? Ryan Spann?
Spann and Jamal Hill.
Yeah, I got you. Now, the next fight, I know for a fact I was the only one who picked Rafael Fiziev. And I'm glad I am, since I lost the main event. But look, I told Nico one of the only reasons I picked him was because he had challenged Hasbulla to a fight after his win in Abu Dhabi. And then he beat Brad Riddle. And what did he do, Nico? Bro, that fucking kick. This kick right here. Hold on, not that one. That one. And then he said, "You know what? Vince Vaughn's next, bro." There he is.
So what did my man say when he got hit with that spin heel kick? Did he say what was that?
I thought he said, "I'm done." I thought he was saying he was finished.
Oh, okay.
I really am not sure. And I mean, I haven't seen anything about it, but I thought it looked like he was kind of waving the fight off because he went like this. And then Fiziev came forward and they stopped it or whatever, and he looked like he was about to sprawl or something. But like, yeah, I thought he said he was done. I really don't know.
I really thought he said what was that?
He may have, bro. That shit was so nasty, man. Ben,
Hey,
do you have any idea what he said?
That they were both the striking coach for Tiger Muay Thai in Phuket, right?
Oh,
so
they both were, yeah.
It was Brad Riddell's job, and then he left, and Fiziev took his spot. So it was like the two coaches duking it out, which is pretty awesome if you're one of the fighters out of Phuket, right?
Yeah.
Seeing those two square off, and now Rafael winning it, you're like, all right, I guess I'm underneath the man right now. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was on TV the other day, and I'm like, Izzy, that word right there, Phucket, how do you say it? She's like, fuck it. I'm like, yeah, if you're trying to get me in trouble, like, no, I just want to see what you'd say.
Yes.
That was hilarious. BC, what'd you think of this kick, man?
That shit was clean. That's not one of them kicks you just hop off the couch and throw. And I mean, like you were saying, just walk back and talk about what you were saying earlier. That shit is precision.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. And that was
Go back to that last picture.
This one right here.
Look at Son's nose from the side. That shit's pushed in.
Yo, oh my God, he has the flattest nose, B. It's so flat.
He looks like a fucking Easter Island head, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yep. But yeah, that kick.
You remember the show? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Of course.
Zeke the plumber, bro.
The episode with the janitor who had the fucking bloody nose.
Yeah, dude. Zeke the plumber,
right,
bro.
No.
That boy is wild.
No idea what you guys are talking about right now.
Zeke the janitor.
Yeah. So let me ask you about this, Nico. Brad Riddell was ranked number 12. Fiziev was ranked 14. Above Riddell is Diego Ferreira and Gregor Gillespie. What would you think of Fiziev maybe fighting one of those two guys after this?
Gregor is nice.
Yeah.
Gregor's a good challenge for him.
Yeah.
Because he'll have the edge in striking for sure. All he'll have to prove is his takedown defense.
Yeah.
and it would be a great test of proving his takedown defense.
Yeah, that's true. So he was 14 and Riddell was 12. What if we put Fiziev in with number 9? Guy, I don't know if anybody's heard of Conor McGregor. I'm just fucking with you guys. I don't
Shut
think
the
Conor.
fuck up.
Look, at this point, I don't think Conor would want that fight, man. I think he's going to be very, very selective. Everything I keep seeing, like he
What
wants
weight is that?
155.
Connor gonna fight 185, I thought.
Bro, remember that picture? Look, Nico, why do you have to keep going right in the middle with my shit, man? I sent you the picture. I said, look, he's about 200 pounds. You said he's nothing over 180. It came out he was 190 in the picture.
He's not 190.
That's what they're saying.
It's sweatpants and a sweater. Get the fuck out of here. He's not
Bro, that's
190.
what they said, 190.
Full of shit.
I'm just telling you that's what they're
I'm
saying.
182 right now. I will dwarf Connor.
He said he wants to fight you, actually.
I wish. I'm 182 right now. No way, man.
You weigh what, 182?
Yes, on the dot. I was at wrestling practice this past week. I'm 182.
Yo, get to 190 and I'll get to 190 and we can have a catch weight fight.
I would hate to see you at 190.
I was 190 when I played football.
I'm saying that would be a very scary thing right now. Like for you to cut that, like that, no. You meet me at 170.
But I wouldn't have abs though, so would you still be
Meet me
scared?
at 170.
170?
Yeah.
I don't think I can. That's like one of my legs.
I wanted that 170.
I got heavy bones.
So, Nico, now let's talk about your guy, Jose Aldo. I don't care, man. I'll give you the floor, bro.
Let's go right now.
Go ahead and talk about it.
Yo, look. Tip of the cap to Rob Font. Rob Font came out there and he got busy off rip. His pace was something outrageous. But Jose was rolling with the punches. He sat in the pocket. He landed a right hand that shook Rob Font to his fucking core. He hopped on, and this was after Rob Font easily had that shit won. He had that first round won. Jose landed that. He changed the tide of it. Second round, he does the same thing with the right hand. Third round toss up. Fourth round, Aldo for sure. Fifth round, I don't know. Yeah. But all in all, Aldo looked fucking fantastic. I didn't like seeing him kind of ride out position at the end. I wanted to see him go for the finish, like land some elbows. That part I don't like. He was kind of dogging it right there. That's just looking at it with a critical eye, though. I think that this positions him for one more fight to get to the title.
Right. I mean, yeah. I like I said during the thing before he called out TJ, I said they should give him the title shot, not TJ. But because Aljo is gonna milk this as long as he can.
Yes.
I don't think that Aljo versus I think I've said it before, and I think you've said it before. I don't think that Aljo is going to fight Jan again. I really don't. Or he's going to put it off as long as humanly possible.
Either way, that has to play out between those three men. Yeah. So Aldo's probably looking at somebody like TJ.
There's to me, there's no way. And like, even if Aljo dicks off and they take the belt away from him and make Jan just the champion, there's no way Aldo gets a rematch with Jan without beating someone else first.
Yep.
Yeah. I just don't want them to.
I mean, he arguably won at least the first round in that first fight he fought Jan. Yes, so Jan. I mean, there's a case for the fight there, but he has to win another fight in order to get that. And I think if you don't make Aldo versus TJ, you're fucking up. I mean, that's a huge fight to sell.
Yeah. What is TJ saying since he challenged him?
I haven't seen shit. I don't think he's said anything yet. But
they could always thaw out Uriah Faber and let Aldo smack him around again, right?
Jesus Christ, please don't.
No, I'm just fucking around. But like,
I don't need to see the Crimson Chin ever again.
The only thing that worries me for that, and I would like to see him get back to a title shot. That's cool, man. I would like to see it, but man, Corey Sandhagen, I just don't want Aldo to fight him, man. I don't think that I don't think a lot of the guys down there match up great with Corey Sandhagen. I just don't want to see Aldo fight him. Anybody else down there is fine, but not him, man. I
I
just have
think
reservations
I
about
think
that fight.
Sanhagen having a loss to both Jan and Aljo screws him over a little bit, so he'll have to go a little bit lower. I bet he and Font fight next.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Does Marab have anybody scheduled right now? Ben, do you know?
That's a good question.
Because
Let's
if
find out.
TJ's, because TJ's injured, if he's not ready to fight, that would probably be the other guy that Aldo would have to fight. Number was he number 6? I think number
He
5.
is indeed number 6.
Number 6, yeah. I mean, if TJ's injured, I mean, what else? What else can you do, man?
He's got nothing as far as I can tell, but
yeah, that's about as as close of a contender, whatever, title eliminator as he'd be able to get if TJ is not available.
Sandhagen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a minute ago. Sandhagen. I don't know. That's the dude. Marab is the guy who got his ass kicked by Marlon Moraes, right, for the first round and was getting killed, and then basically pulled a Clay Guida in the second round and came out there and landed 100 shots in a row on Marlon Moraes.
Mm-hmm.
That's that dude. Yeah. I think Aldo could beat him.
What about O'Malley?
O'Malley? Hell yeah, line him up, bro. I'd love to see that fight, man. That'd be great. I'd be
he's
excited.
not even top 15, so I don't know if they do that.
You don't gotta be, honestly. His name is crazy. Like him versus Aldo on another fight card like this, a fight. Will, are you laughing at me for pushing this?
No, I think it's hilarious that it actually would sell. I'm just laughing for you saying it because I think it would be a crazy sales, man.
I think it'd be a fantastic sell. I think that it would. This shit would be Aldo versus McGregor too.
Yeah,
but O'Malley.
That's one of them fights where you see the names and you're not gonna care about the rankings.
Nope, I don't give a fuck who else is fighting on the card either.
Yeah,
who else is on the card? I'm tuned in.
I don't think you're selling that fight.
It won't happen, but I mean, I think it would sell like a motherfucker, man.
What?
I think it'd be awesome.
100%. 100%.
I just don't want that. If that was to happen and O'Malley wins, for them to be like, "Oh, Aldo should have only fought legends," and because Aldo's been fighting,
it would position O'Malley for a title shot immediately. Yeah. He's already talking shit to Piotr Jan and all these other guys. You give him somebody like Aldo, a legend, who's already had a couple cracks at the title, and you don't plan on giving it to him. Let him fight off the cover.
I have a theory about him, O'Malley. I don't know why, but I think because it's so top heavy at 135, I have a feeling at some point he's going to drop to flyweight.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know why, but I don't think that he's going to crack the top 5, top 7 right now for a while. Maybe, okay, let's say this. He won't crack into the top 6 for a long time if he doesn't. But at 125, I think that he could win 2 fights and have a title fight.
Well, I mean, he already has a loss to the number 11. He's probably not going to beat Dominic Cruz, who's 10. A fight with Pedro Munoz would be good.
Why he not going to beat Dom Cruz?
Dom Cruz is just going to take him down and put him on his ass.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He probably kneecap him to take him down.
He's got some of the best footwork in the division, so I don't know if O'Malley's power would translate the same hitting a guy with Cruz's movement.
Yeah, I think that Cruz ain't gonna punch down anyway. He's gonna take out Pedro Munoz and keep looking up.
I was gonna say he's fighting somebody. I just couldn't remember who it was.
Pedro.
That'll be a good fight, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, speaking of Pedro, him and O'Malley, that's a fight that I would be interested in.
So I was going to say that to you, Ben. I would just keep doing whoever Dom did. Dom does them, you do them next. And you just keep chasing them.
Yeah,
he
because
did him. I did him
that's
in
the
better
fight to see.
fashion. Yep.
That's the fight to see O'Malley and Dom. I mean,
Yeah, I would Sandhagen versus O'Malley. I would like to see, just because of how crazy their striking is.
Striking. Yep.
That would
Striking.
be
Striking.
an exciting fight.
And
And if
I like Aldo is a better matchup for O'Malley than I do Dom, especially after we just said about the takedown. Aldo's not going to shoot the takedown. He's going to try and box and kick O'Malley's wheels. So I just like that striking better for O'Malley.
yeah, I hate that Corey that Cody Garbrandt went down to 125 because that was the fight I actually really wanted to see was O'Malley versus Garbrandt.
Oh,
I thought they would talk so much shit going into the fight.
Facts.
They probably would hate each other by the time it started, and it would be exciting. It would be a stand up, whatever, and I think one of them would get knocked out. But yeah, that was the fight that I was hoping for. But Nico, I did not watch the entire fight. I just saw highlights. But why don't you talk about the Saturday night boxing and Sunday night boxing?
Oh, yeah, because Haney fought Diaz Jr. Yeah.
Yep. Jojo Diaz, yeah.
Yep. Haney did exactly what he should have did that night. He was a ring general. I think Jojo probably got like 3 rounds that he made pretty competitive and laid decent paws on Haney. But all in all, Haney used like his step back and come back in with a jab very well with controlling that. He landed the right hand to the body clean. He won the outside foot position against Diaz because Diaz was southpaw. So yeah, Haney did exactly what I said he would do, and he won in convincing fashion. He was a general, and he continues his path to get his name amongst people like Tank and Ryan and Gervonta. So yeah,
that's what's up. What about Sunday night?
Any of that?
I didn't even see highlights of that fight. Honestly, I saw the Tank highlights.
And he looked good, man. He looked very strong. He took some good blows too. Sunday night, Tank. Brandon, did you see any of that?
No, I did.
Yeah, man, he looked good, man. What do you feel about that? Because who's he fought? Cruz.
The very first Gervonta Davis fight I saw was when he was on the undercard for the McGregor Mayweather fight.
Yep.
And he didn't look good.
Nah, he was supposed to do better than that.
He won. He ended up winning or whatever, but he didn't look good. So it wasn't like I was crazy about it the first time.
Wasn't he against an older Spanish dude he fought that night, right?
I believe so. I actually don't remember. Not by name. I don't remember the name. But ever since then, he's getting better and better and better. More sharper, more dangerous. Like he turned the switch on, and the man's unstoppable right now.
Yep. Right. So yeah, it was versus Isaac Cruz. Cruz made probably 4 or 5 rounds of that fight very interesting, and there was a very heavy Mexican turnout in the building. When he'd land, they would go fucking bananas. He did enough to make it seem interesting to the untrained eye, but Gervonta did a great job hitting and rolling with the punches and constantly turning Isaac throughout the course of the fight. He fought well off of the ropes. He took a couple big shots. He showed that he was capable of being the hammer and the nail. And ultimately, he landed the cleaner combinations and better counter strikes out of the 2 men. So right. Gervonta continues to have that 0 next to his name.
Yep, absolutely.
He looked like he hurt his left last night.
Yeah, he definitely did hurt his left hand. I believe that happened in around round 6.
Yeah, it was late.
Yep.
Yeah. He looked good in the highlights, like I said. But you did just remind me of something. Going back to Aldo, man, when Rob Font was unloading and Aldo was like, bah, 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 that was fucking insane, man. He was blocking it like it looked like he was the one throwing the punches and not Rob Font. The way that he was just picking these shots off,
Yeah,
like it was fucking insane. You know the sequence I'm talking
yeah,
about,
of
right?
course, of course.
That was insane. That was one of
That's
the
a
best blocking.
testament to his boxing over at that Naval Academy.
Yeah, that was some
Honestly,
of the best
because
boxing defense
yeah,
I've
bro,
seen in
he's
MMA.
in the pocket. It's nobody calmer than him, man. Like, and I know sometimes it looks like he's flinching, but he's not. He's rolling with that shot. He's just not sitting there and taking it. And you could tell by the way that he was in that perfect range for that counter right hand that he was landing. It was amazing. And then also when he went back to his corner, I believe it was round 3, and his coaches was like, "Look, man, he's not moving that fucking leg. Attack it." And he went out there and threw those 3 chopping leg kicks, bro. Come on, man. That was some WEC shit right there.
Slowed his ass down considerably.
Immediately. But then he stopped. Then he
He
fucking
did.
stopped. No, go back to that shit because he could have ended that with the leg kicks, Will. The way that he was landing those, oh my god, bro.
Do you
Then he had
think?
a hurt again up against the cage, never went back to the leg again. Go back to the fucking leg.
Do you think that he's hesitant after all these nasty injuries we've seen with kicks getting checked? Do you think maybe that's why he's hesitant to throw as many leg kicks?
I don't know, man. I just think that he spent so much time reinventing himself the same way that we watched Connor reinvent himself with the boxing.
Yeah,
And then we stopped seeing him control the range as well with his karate and his kicks. I think Aldo's done something similar where he's fallen in love with the boxing and he understands exactly how to stop a shot and how to check a kick. And I don't think he necessarily feels he needs the kicks.
yeah.
But when his coaches remind him and they tell him to go to the leg, he doesn't. He does so very successfully because nobody throws him like him. He knows how to set him up clean. He's fast with it. Quick twitch muscles are, operating on a different level than most people's.
Yeah. Barring any injuries, was him tearing up Uriah Faber's legs the nastiest legs you've ever seen after a fight?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, 100%. The way he was on crutches and what they call hematobins that formed inside the leg, and they fucking basically melt it down into his calf and ankle. It was fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, so fucking nasty, man. Like that's when you knew that dude was just like a straight up murderer, man. I mean, I'm gonna show. I got a picture right here of his leg, and it is fucking insane. I'm gonna show you here real quick. Actually, I got 2 of them, but the second one is just disgusting. Pretty much. I know Nico's got a good stomach for that kind of stuff. That right there. Look at this.
Baby.
That's his leg too, apparently.
Baby.
Fucking nasty, man.
Look like one of the pig legs on the butcher block.
It should be on a Slaughterhouse CD.
Yeah.
But yeah, so War Games last night. BC, did you watch it?
Absolutely not.
You didn't watch War Games. What the fuck?
Yeah, he told y'all in the group chat he's not invested in NXT like that.
Oh no, he just said that War
Nico
Games
don't
was
never
exciting.
check out the group. Nico don't never check out the group. No,
He doesn't.
It was. Yes,
He doesn't check out the group, man. What
Did
the
you
fuck?
say you wasn't invested in it like that?
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely.
All right, then. So,
But he also said that that the War Games matches were always what?
The War Games matches are classic.
There you go, man. There it is. So I thought maybe he'd watch it. Look, I thought the women.
Think about it though. Literally, like everybody who's either been in those situations, from Viking experience to the Undisputed Era and Authors of Pain, pretty much all of them have gone on to get called up and either were just thrown to the mid card and to do stupid skits, or they're not on the team they're not on WWE Network anymore.
Nope. Yeah, you're right, man. And Authors of Pain could have been really good. Putting them with Seth Rollins wasn't a bad idea. They should have stuck with it, though, man. They should have kept him almost like the Bloodline is now. They should have kept him with Seth Rollins, and those guys should have been, unbeatable.
I think it was injuries, though, at first.
But
the thing that pisses me off is they did the whole, we're coming back, we're more serious, we're coming back, and then they released them.
Yep.
It's stupid.
Fucking dumb. Yep. I agree with you, man. And then who was he? Who was it? It was Undisputed Era, Authors of Pain, and what was the other team that was with them when they did that first War Games?
Was it DIY?
DIY.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm pretty sure Gargano's done with WWE after last night.
They just released a thing saying on this week's episode of NXT he's going to explain what he's doing.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Let's see we'll see what happens with that. But now the women's was very good. The women's War Games, it was smart the way that they did both matches. So I know, Ben, that you said that, it kind of shit on NXT because you had 3 of the best guys that have ever been in the company, and they lost the main event. The Team Black and Gold lost to 2.0. But the thing about it is, man, Ben, and from like the psychology point of view, oh man, what a pretty dog, bro. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
It's a girl? Nice. That's what's up. I got an all-white dog, too. It's a boxer. Just one brown spot on his ass. But anyway, Ben, like, from the psychology point of view, it was kind of smart to have Braun Breaker pin. Didn't he pin Ciampa?
Yeah.
So that was smart because the title's not on the line. And he's already beaten Braun Breaker, like, in a singles match. So that kind of just shows people, hey, he can beat him if he did it in the cage. That's the only reason why I thought it was a good call for those guys to win, because really nothing's at stake. Same thing with the women's match. They had the faces go over, and that one girl that was hurt or whatever, blah blah blah. She got the pin. I don't know, man. I mean, because those matches at this point in time have little to no, nothing riding on them, the outcome. I thought it was okay to have Braun Breaker pin him, but I know exactly what you're saying as far as you kind of shit on those guys that have been there for a while, but I got a feeling some of those guys won't be there that much longer. Like I was saying, I didn't think Gargano would be after last night, but we'll see what he decides he's going to do.
What would you rate the match? On a scale of 1 to 10.
The women's, I would give it a solid 4.5, and
What about the men's?
Maybe a 6.
Was it better than Survivor Series?
Let's see, which match on Survivor Series, like the 5-on-5, or
yeah,
it was better than the 5-on-5. Yeah, you didn't think so, Ben? No,
I really like the men's 5-on-5 match from Survivor Series.
Yeah, it was okay. I don't know. I preferred this match, but
they were equal. They were equal.
I'll go with that.
They were both really good.
But speaking of WWE and Survivor Series and how they had Jeff Hardy look good there, did you see that he got sent home from a live event this past Saturday night?
Jeff Hardy doing Jeff Hardy things.
Not for what?
They said he was having a rough day.
Okay.
I hate it for him, man. He just, I don't know, man. He can't just get it together, man. I mean, he struggled with that kind of stuff for years, man. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Basically, what happened was he went out in the crowd and security wouldn't let him back into the ring to celebrate when they beat the Bloodline. It was him and Drew McIntyre and Big E beat the Bloodline. One of them pinned one of the Usos.
Mm-hmm.
And he had went out in the crowd during the match, and when he went to go back to the ring, security was like, nah, come on, and they just brought him to the back and didn't let him go to celebrate. So, I don't know. There's apparently some footage of it online somewhere. It was non-televised, but yeah. So anyway, I won't ask your guys' picks for this weekend, but I do have the odds going by here on the bottom. Let me see if I can fix this real quick and see if it'll be easier for us to read.
I am still torn.
About what fight? All of them?
No, Nunes and Pena.
Oh yeah.
It's tough, man. Somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah, these are the odds. So you got Charles Oliveira as a slight underdog to Poirier. Nunes is a gigantic favorite against Pena. Jeff Neal and Ponzinibbio even. Kai Kara France, a little bit of an underdog to Cody Garbrandt. Sean O'Malley, big favorite, 3.5 to 1 over Paiva. The one that surprised me here was Kai Kara France being an underdog at the moment because we haven't seen Cody get down that low, and the pictures of Cody, he looks fucking sick, bro. He doesn't even look healthy. So yeah, what do you guys think of these
They
odds?
ain't based the odds off how the man look.
They should.
They
No, I
based
mean,
the odds off. They based the odds off his recent accomplishments versus Cara Francis.
you can't really do it that way though, man, because Cody dropped an extra 10 pounds. He's never fought at 125, man. And like I said, the dude looks sick, man. He doesn't even look healthy. I'll pull up a picture. So I'd say that the odds makers hopefully looked at that. I mean, I just don't think he looks. I don't know. I don't think that he's going to be as powerful. And you guys remember when TJ went down to 125? And like I said, we'll discuss this this week, whatever. But it's kind of scary, man, because it seems like a lot of these guys, when they drop too much weight, their chin is just not what it should be when they get in there. I guess too much brain loss, fluid or whatever. Look at that, man. I mean, that doesn't even look healthy. Nico, I mean, what do you think? You think that looks healthy? I think it looks terrible.
Look, man, I don't think that anybody thought Aldo looked healthy when we saw him get down to 135.
I thought he looked better than this. I mean, yeah, he's got abs.
When you go back and you look at Conor at 145.
Yeah, I mean,
in comparison to what he looks like now, like, yeah, you're going to look sunken in, but he's down there right now. It's like he hit the weight to hit the weight and show himself that he could hit the weight. It's not even like he had to do it,
Who?
So,
Dan Hooker?
Yeah, no, Cody right there in that picture.
Oh, yeah. No,
I mean,
he had to
down there.
Yeah, I mean, he had to hit the weight for this weekend. That's only that
picture was out before this weekend, though.
Yeah, it was last week. I mean, but he's not all the way down at 125.
I'm sure he's really close to the mark right there. Yeah. He's got to be.
Nico, look at that shit, man.
Exactly, and he was a monster there. He was killing people.
He was better there than anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he definitely. There's another picture. I want to find that other picture real quick of him when he lost all that weight. It's like, oh God, this is it right here. The exact one I'm thinking of. Man, he should have just put some fucking pants on though, man. Where the fuck's his pants? Look at this. Looks fucking sick, man. Like he's dying. Look at that shit.
Yep.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, pause, man. We could crop that.
Yeah,
can't crop it on the screen. But yeah. So, what about the rest of these odds, Ben? You see anything that jumps out on you on there? I know I know you said Sean O'Malley being a 3.5 to 1 favorite. So you're pretty surprised about that?
I was a little bit. Paiva's had some decent success inside the octagon.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I felt it coming. But yeah, it surprised me that he was such a big favorite.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised Jeff Neal's even fighting after getting picked up for his DUI or whatever. But
he got Dana White bailed him out to fight. But yeah, Paiva's coming off of 3 wins in a row. What's so funny? What's Brandon laughing at?
Brandon's just so stupid, yo.
He's talking shit, huh?
Yo, you want to know what's crazy though? Is that we can still do this shit even though it's like a Zoom almost. Still have those type of fucking moments. That shit is funny as hell, yo. Oh my God. This shit been going on for like a solid minute and a half right now. That nigga doing the most over there, yo. You gotta chill out, bro.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Cut it out.
All right.
I finished eating my candy, so
I bet.
We good now.
I bet.
Nico, do any of these odds jump off the page at you, man?
You take that Sean O'Malley odds to the bank. That's easy money. You got it to blow. Put the bread up on Juliana Pena. Amanda's going down sooner or later one of these days, and her kryptonite will be somebody with fantastic wrestling. Juliana has great wrestling. She has a good coach in her corner and mastermind in Rick Little. From the footage that they're releasing, they're doing all the right things, working on that opening exchange between them, preparing for Amanda's large right hand. Everybody knows what she's coming out there and throwing, so it's like it is what it is. So I would take those two right there. I like those a lot. I'll probably go with O'Malley. I'll probably wind up picking Juliana Pena the night of the fight.
We'll put out
The Oliveira being the underdog to Poirier is
a little
interesting.
disrespectful.
Yeah, it's a little interesting to me right there. Those should be a little closer. Yeah. I would like those even across the board.
I thought those two would be even money too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we'll put out our official predictions on Wednesday. Let's see. I got Nico, I got something funny to play for you real quick.
And it better make me laugh.
I think it will, man. I think it will. It made me and Ben laugh. Let's see. All right. Ready for this, Nico? Hold up.
Oh, we doubled up? What in the hell?
Yeah.
Yo, looking at myself.
Oh, hell no. That's not
what the hell is going on here?
What the fuck?
Yo, this is crazy. No, 4 times.
It wouldn't let me do it. I was trying to play the outro to the show last week when Ben did your line, man. It was fucking awesome.
What a paradox right there, though. That was absolutely insane. Yeah. Felt like Morpheus.
Felt like Morpheus. Hey, I never watched those movies. I'm gonna be complete. You know, I've told you that before, so I don't feel bad about saying it now.
But you told me you were the biggest Lawrence Fishburne fan.
You did say that. You said that you. Oh, Will, stop lying.
You told me Earl and me.
You told me that you watched Boys in the Hood while eating fish sticks.
Dipping in
and you got a biker's boy tattoo.
You say you dipped your fish sticks in ranch?
All up in it, Nico.
That's
Shut up, man.
Craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Nico, be quiet, man.
That's some shit my brother would do.
That's some psychopath shit.
Nico's
Which one, John or Gary?
Gary.
No, buddy. No. Me and him gotta have a talk. That's craziness right there.
All right.
That's some wild shit.
I know BC said he's got somewhere to be tonight. Nico, you ready to take it to the house? Anything else you guys want to say?
Like Trick Daddy?
Trick Daddy? A
Trick
little bit.
Kid.
Now that you mention it, maybe like a young version. Hey, man.
Yo,
take it to the house. Take it to the house.
Trick Daddy got a booty eating club. I hope y'all know that.
Yo.
It's a gang of dudes who eat booty.
Booty eating gang.
Hey, man.
Yo, look.
Brandon,
yo,
hold on.
Don't eat booty.
Hold on. Brandon.
Yo.
What did Busy Bones say to the 3-6 Mafia, man?
What the hell happened? What happened?
I honestly don't know.
He told me, he's like, I'm not gonna let this ugly ass dude bother me while I'm trying to do my verse. Nico, I'm saying that to you right now, man. When I'm talking, your ugly ass can't be interrupting, bro, anymore. If I could, I'd throw this fucking bottle at you, man. Bro, he said that, but look, he said that, but when the dude came across the stage, he was backing up. He was backpedaling, man. He wasn't ready to throw.
He had that Dom Cruise footwork. He had them fast ass feet, ain't he? That man was running.
He's like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's the first of the month.
I'm mad they had the nerve to play Notorious Thugs like after Biggie's verse. Everybody don't turn the song off.
Oh my gosh, you're not even kidding, man. You're not joking, man, for real. The same thing with I don't even know what it was called, Thug Love or something like that with Tupac. That's another song, man. You turn it off after Tupac's done rapping, man, for real. You don't know any of the words for the rest of the song. You just know the sounds.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man.
With my Uncle Charles, y'all.
All right. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about before we take it to the house?
Not
Anything
much
going on in AEW, Brandon, that we need to know about?
Not much, because I got a hot date. So I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss everybody.
Yo, y'all got anybody I want to shout out? We good.
We're good, man. Let's take it to the house.
We're doing this. Here we go. And thank y'all for joining us once again here at Fight Guys Podcast on the Fight Guys Network. We came at you live once again with episode 80. I had to roll through big time. That's why I had the Spider-Man mask on to start the show. You already know who it is. Down to your left, it's the one and only Nate Outlaw. That's my boy BC. Over there, it's the man, best stash in the game, Ben Doucette. My cousin Willie G is here. It's me, Nick Diddy, and there is no need to adjust your screen. It's not Bruce Buffer, but you've been here live with TFG. I know that Ben butchered that shit last episode, but I'm here now. Thank y'all for joining us, and we will holler at you. It was bad. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.